Rakata Yahweh, Rakata Yahweh Shah, Rakata Yahweh, Rakata Yahweh Shah, Call Halal Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect scattered across the four winds. This is your brother Yakar Abin from Great Millstone, Houston. And I just wanted to go into a quick lesson on, you know, Israel and the Lord. The Lord made a covenant with Israel. You know, I know in the Christian church, they try and say that Israel was done away with and that the Lord loves everybody, but when you go back into the Bible, this is not the case. I mean, the Lord chose him a people out of the midst of all the people, and that people he loved and treasured above the other people. And I'm just gonna bring out a couple of points on this, but we're gonna start out here in Samuel, and it says this is 2 Samuel chapter 7, starting at verse 22. Wherefore thou art great, O Yahweh, our power, for there is none like thee, neither is there any power beside thee, according to all that we have heard with our ears. And what one nation in the earth is like thy people, even like Israel, whom the Most High went to redeem for a people to himself, and to make him a name, and to do for you great things and terrible for the land before thy people, which thou redeemest to thee from Egypt, from the nations and their gods. For thou hast confirmed to thyself thy people Israel to be a people unto thee forever, and thou, Yahweh, are become their God. So, I mean, right here it says that the Lord redeemed his people out of Egypt and from their gods and their nations. The Most High brought his people out, and he made he made a covenant with them. You know, Let me back that up a little bit right here with Judges 2:1. And an angel of Yahweh came up from Gilgal to Bacham and said, I have made you to go up out of Egypt, and have brought you unto the land which I swear unto your fathers. And I said, I will never break my covenant with you. I mean, right there, the Lord said he will never break his covenant with you. I want to get that second verse. That second verse. And it says, and ye shall make no league with the inhabitants of the land. Ye shall throw down their altars, but ye have not obeyed my voice. Why have ye done this? Therefore, I also said, I will not drive them out from before you, but they shall be as thorns in your side, and their God shall be a snare unto you. So, I mean, the Most High said, look, when you go into a land, I want you to get rid of these people, and I don't want you to make any covenants with them. I don't want you, you're supposed to throw down their gods, throw down their altars and praise Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, the living God, not something made by hands. But Israel was stiff-necked and hard-headed, and they wouldn't listen. So the Lord, left those other nations in the land as a plague. It's pretty simple, but we got a lot more really. I want to get this Second Esdras 6 and 58, 54. We'll start at Second Esdras 6 and 54. And after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all, and the people also whom thou hast chosen. So that right there is making a definite, okay, so we all came out of Adam through Noah. We all came out of Adam. During the flood, there was Noah was a descendant of Adam, a son of God. And so we all come of Adam through Noah. And then it says, okay, after these, Adam also, whom thou madest Lord of all thy creatures, of him come we all. And the people also, whom thou hast chosen. Okay, so there's a separation right there. We all come from Adam, and then there is a people that have been chosen. It says, all this I have spoken before thee, O Yahweh, because thou madest the world for our sakes. As for the other people which also come of Adam, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be like unto spittle, and hast likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. So the Lord is, Esdras is basically, saying the words back to the Lord. Hey, as for the other people, these other people, thou hast said that they are nothing, but be likened to spittle. Like, when you hawk up a loogie and spit it out of your mouth on the ground, when do you think about that spit again? It's gone. It means nothing to you, or has likened the abundance of them unto a drop that falleth from a vessel. So okay, you got a 5 gallon bucket that you carrying across the street, and something happens where you shake and you drop a bucket. How much, a drop fall out of that bucket? How much are you gonna worry about it? Not at all. Not at all. So the Lord has likened the abundance of all these other nations as a drop that falleth from a vessel. And it says, verse 57, and now, O Yahweh, behold, these heathen, which thou have ever reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. But we, thy people, whom thou hast called thy firstborn, thy only begotten, thy fervent lover, are given into their hands. If the world now be for our sakes, why do we not possess an inheritance in the world? How long shall this endure? So, essentially, Esdras is saying, look, I see all of these wicked, evil heathens have been raised up over, Israel, your people. They've been raised up, and your people have been brought low. Why? Why is this so? We can't really, the Most High's ways are not our ways, so we're not really in a position where we can be questioning the Lord. But for edification, Esdras is asking because the Lord has chosen him one people. The Lord has chosen him one people to be above all the other nations. Let's go Deuteronomy 7. And, 7:4. The it says, okay, yeah, we can back that up. We can back that up. We'll start at 1. Deuteronomy 7:1. When Yahweh thy power shall bring thee into the land whither thou goest to possess it, and have cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites and the Girgashites and the Amorites and the Canaanites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou. And when Yahweh thy power shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them. Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son, for they will turn away thy son from following me, that they may serve other gods. So will the anger of the Most High be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly. But thus shall ye deal with them. Ye shall destroy their altars and break down their images and cut down their groves and burn their graven images with fire. For thou art a holy people unto Yahweh, thy power. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. I mean, that is cut and dry. That's backed up. That's backed up with that Second Esdras 6. It says, "For thou art a holy people upon unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth." So we're gonna get one more precept, and then we're gonna call it quits. This is Isaiah chapter 40 and verse 15. Behold, the nations are as a drop of a bucket, and are counted as a small dust of the balance. Behold, he taketh up the isles, a very little thing. So basically, the Lord is saying the nations are basically counted as the dust on the balancing scales. You know, they don't count for anything. You know, you got, modern day, when you calibrate your scale, you know, you got a calibration button and you got a just weight that you're supposed to put on it. So basically, the Lord is saying when you take that weight off of your scale, you know, where it should be zero, you know, if it's some dust on there, that's what the other nations are counted as. Literally nothing. And then it says, "And Lebanon is not sufficient to burn, nor the beast thereof for a burnt offering." So it's like you could burn the whole damn forest down, you know, and all the beasts, and that's not sufficient for a sacrifice from the other nations. It says, "All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted to him less than nothing and vanity." I mean, hey, the Lord is just dealing with Israel. The Lord made a covenant with Israel, and that covenant stands. I mean, the covenant was a blood covenant, and the Lord only made a covenant with Israel. So when folks, you know, read the New Testament and they start reading about the Gentiles, you know, they don't know the history. They don't know the history about what went down for that 300 years under the Greek captivity. I mean, you can't just jump to the end of the book and figure you know it just based on words being spoken out of a language, you know, that's been misinterpreted. So with that, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. Double honors to the elders and apostles. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Hopefully this lesson was edifying, and I'd like to say shalom.